Hello. Hold on, am I here? Is it all working? Good morning. Who's excited as you're hopping on? Please say hello. Good morning. Good morning. I can see all your gorgeous good morning. So let me know that you can see me, that you can hear me, so we know that it's all working before I dive into the masterclass. I hope you're all feeling amazing this morning. I am super freaking excited to dive into this with you now. It's been a bit of a rush this end. I've literally been at the dentist this morning, so I'm like rushing back. Masterclass. Anyway, we're here. We made it. And you made it too. Well done. Okay, so can everyone see me? Just type in a little yes. I can see you. I can hear you. Fabulous. So hopefully you can all see me. You've got a chat bar, so if you haven't got your chat bar opened up, please do open it up, because I love it when you talk to me, when you say hello, when I can actually see that you're there and everything is working and that you're kind of along with me as we go through this process today. Now, this is going to be a little bit different because a masterclass is a slightly different style to a Facebook Live. So I'm excited to share a bit of a different perspective with you today. I've got slides that I'm going to bring up because I want to stay super focused as I take you through this journey. We have got a lot to cover and I'm going to try and get it covered within the hour. I think we can. I reckon we can smash this. You are definitely going to want to have paper and pen at the ready, because there's going to be notes that you want to take on this. Or the other thing that you could do, especially if you're on your phone, there might be slides that you actually want to screenshot. So feel free, if you're like, I need that information, take a screenshot of the slide so that you've got it for later and you can come back to it. Because there is a lot that I'm going to cover. And if you haven't heard of the strategy that I'm going to share with you today, it might be a bit like, so there'll be a lot to take on board, but I am super excited to dive in and to begin this journey with you. I can see someone's got their hand raised, but I'm not actually sure how to even answer it when I'm like this. Who's got their hand raised? Gail, I hope everything's okay, Gail. What else? So we've got a Q&A bit, which I might get you to post things in later. But for now, we have got the chat bar that's open. Perfect. I can see you all, which is amazing. Good morning. Are you ready to go? Give me a little. We are ready. So today's masterclass, we're going to dive into one strategy that can supercharge the success of your group. Now, when I share this strategy, and I know I haven't told you what it is yet, some of you are going to never have heard about it before. You're going to be like, what? What is she talking about? What is this? How does it work? And will it work for me? Some of you will have heard of this strategy and it might even scare you a little bit. You might be like, oh my God, what? Really? Yes, you can do it. And some of you might be like, oh my God, well, I've tried that before, but it didn't quite work. And I'm going to help give you clarity on why it might not have got you the results that you desired. Now, before I dive into any of this, I want to tell you that what I'm going to share with you today works for every single business. I have supported hundreds of women at this point through implementing the strategy that I'm going to share with you today. And I have not yet found a business that it doesn't work for. So when I do share it, I know what you're going to think. You're going to straight away be thinking, oh my God, how could I do this? What's an idea that I could use? And all I say is park all the questions around this for now and instead just absorb the strategy, because I guarantee you, when you sit and you brainstorm, when you look at this, there will be a way of utilizing this strategy in your business in 2023, ready to supercharge it. So just before I dive into all of the masterclass that I've got to share with you, a couple of bits of housekeeping. So number one, you know that the doors are open to the Academy. I've been having tons of messages from people. So if you've messaged me and I haven't replied yet, I apologize. I've got a bit bombarded. Things to double check are, it's better to message me on my personal messenger than anywhere else. I am going to look at my diary and open up some extra slots for people to book in a call, because I have had some messages saying I've been trying to book a call and haven't managed to. So I'm going to get that sorted for you today. But the best way to reach out to me is on my personal messenger if you have questions. Those of you who have joined the Academy, yeah, you are in for an amazing time, and I'm super excited in supporting you to transform your business this year. So On that note, should we get started? Are you ready? Let's do this, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Once I share it, I just want to make sure that you can all see it. So give me a second because I want to make sure that this is all working. All right, share my screen. I'm going to bring this up, share the screen. Now, let me just, there's a little button somewhere so I can go big with it. There we go. That's better. Can you just give me a little, yes, Claire? I can see you, it's all working all right, because I don't want to talk to you and share this screen and you will be like, I can't see it, what are you talking about? So just in the chat bar, tell me for a second, that'd be super helpful, that you can see the screen. Yes, all good. Okay then, let's get started. So officially, welcome to the secret weapon for monetizing your group and making the impact and income you desire in 2023, baby. And by the way, I'm still up here in the corner. If you like to watch me, if you're not too keen on the slide, so you can still kind of watch me up in the corner if that feels good for you. Okay, so last week we built the foundations of your group. And now it's time to supercharge it. So during the process we went through last week, we looked at the intentions and the vision for your group. We looked at the values that your group is built on. We talked about client attraction magnets and you were brainstorming that. We talked about how you create a space your community really, really, truly do want to be a part of. We talked about your soul clients, pain points, needs, desires, and we talked about how to start selling without scaring away your community. Now, you will remember if you were live with me on Friday, tell me who was live on Friday, we didn't quite cover all of it. There was one part that we didn't cover, and I'm going to be covering that tomorrow, 10:30 live. So tomorrow I'm going to be live in the group, just like last week, 10:30 with that final piece. And there's been tons of questions that all of you have been asking. So I'm also going to answer all of the questions that you've sent through. There's a thread for that in the group. So make sure you notice that, pop it in your diary, pop in your questions and join me live 10:30 tomorrow for that final piece and to answer any questions that you have. Okay, so this is what we did last week, and hopefully you're feeling clear, you're feeling excited, you're feeling really freaking proud of yourself for taking this first step. Today, I'm going to be teaching how you take this to the next level. So now that you have a group and you've actually began it, or at least you're about to, and you understand how a group works and how it's different to a page and the kind of content to share in there and how to really supercharge it, you've got those strategies in order to grow it. Now, there is one thing, one super strategy that can literally blow up the results that you can achieve in your group this year. And this is quite literally the secret sauce to creating those 5K, 10K, 20K months that you desire with way more speed than any other strategy out there. This is a strategy that's built my own business to a multi-six-figure business, and it's a strategy that literally hundreds of my clients have implemented and created epic results around. This is literally people who were either just getting started in their business and hit those 5, 10K months within a couple of months, or it's people who were kind of building their business and trying all the things, but they didn't have the strategy, they didn't quite know what they were doing, and so they were stuck. This is a strategy that literally supercharged it all. So we're going to dive into what you need for this strategy to work for you, and I'm going to help you understand why it is such a powerful system for client attraction success, because ultimately this is the first kind of key step that we want to be implementing in your business. You need to know how to attract clients on tap so that never again are you looking at your monthly income and panicking and thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to hit my goals for the month. So we need to have a system like this in place that you can literally turn on when you want to bring in more clients, more customers. And as I said, there is a way to implement this for each and every business out there. However, before I even dive into that strategy, I want to share 3 things with you. And these 3 things in themselves have the power to transform your business. These are the 3 biggest mistakes that most people are struggling with today, and it's keeping you stuck and not making the income that you desire. So what are these 3 things? Number 1, spaghetti marketing, baby. Spaghetti marketing. I'm going to open up the chat box. I want to know how many of you know that you're doing a bit of spaghetti marketing. So what is spaghetti marketing? Spaghetti marketing is when you're basically making it up, creating content and just throwing it out there. There is no real strategy. You don't quite know what you're doing. You're kind of hoping, praying, like if I create this content, if I do this thing today, I'll post this here and I'll post that there. So it's kind of a big mess of spaghetti, that whole spaghetti junction kind of a picture. Who knows that there's a bit of spaghetti marketing going on in their business? This is one of the biggest things that can block you from the success that you desire. We need to have supercharged strategies to build your business. But most of the time, strategies feel too difficult. You're not quite sure how to implement them. There's a different expert telling you different things you should be doing. And so you get overwhelmed. And so most people are actually spaghetti marketing in their business. And this is what's holding you back from the income, the impact that you actually desire. We want to instead shift to clear, repeatable strategy that works, right? It needs to be simple. It needs to be repeatable. You need to know that it works so that you can actually scale it. This is a secret to scaling. Once you have a strategy that you know brings in repeatable, successful results, then we can scale it. Then literally the sky is not the limit. That's how you build a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business, right? So we really want to make this shift. It is key to your success in your business, but we need to make sure that the strategy is aligned, that you're not just fighting against yourself as you implement this. It needs to feel easy. It needs to light you up. So this is number one, the first shift. Who knows that they're ready to make this shift? Who's like, yes, Claire, 100%, I need to shift from spaghetti marketing to a clear, simple, repeatable strategy so that I can create that success that I desire. Just give me a little yes in the comments. Number two, are you ready? Number two is from constantly searching for new clients. Now, this was me. My mantra in the early days of taking my business online was literally, where are the clients? Where are the clients? If I could just find them, where are the clients? Like, what do I need to be doing to attract the clients to me? Who feels like they're on this like endless search to find your soul clients, your soul customers? And it's this kind of like, but where are they? And maybe even you question yourself, maybe you're like, oh, are they on Facebook or are they on a different platform? Where should I be posting? Where should I be showing up? How do I find clients? Now this was a big block for me in the early days, and we need to shift this, right? So it's not about you searching for clients. It's actually about you being the lighthouse. So the analogy that I use for this is quite often imagine like a rough sea. There's two ways that you can support people and help people with your products, with your services when things are rough. So number one, you can be the lifeboat. Off you go into the rough sea. You're searching the ocean. You're going. You're literally searching everywhere. It's tiring. It's hard work. Like the weather is bashing at you and it can feel like, oh my God, I'm searching for a needle in a haystack. That's how most people are trying to build their business, from this place of literally searching the ocean in choppy waters for their dream clients, their dream customers. That is not the way we want to do it. It's absolutely exhausting and it's going to take you a really long time. The way that we actually want to do it is we want to be the lighthouse. We want to stand in our power. We want to shine our light brightly. We want to guide the people to us with our light. How do you do that? Well, you do it by showing up as fully you. You give yourself permission to be visible. You implement some of the strategies that we talked about last week. And there's so many more that I have to share with you. You find your voice. You figure out what is the thing that you want to share about what you do, whether you're product-based or service-based. You have a core message, something to come from you. We need to utilize that so people actually want to hear from you, want to be in your space, want to follow you, want to show up online. You are literally then becoming a client attraction magnet. So we want to become the lighthouse, not be the busy little lifeboat wearing ourselves out. Who knows? Who here can just say, yes, I've been a lifeboat? Who knows I'm a bit of a lifeboat? Because this was totally me. I'm just going to open my door. Give me a second. Yep. And it's exhausting, right? And it gets you to that place where you're like, oh my God, is this ever going to work? Should I get a job? Can I do this? All of these questions come up. So instead, we want to shift to a proven way to attract ideal clients to you. We want to show up as the lighthouse, baby. So this is the second shift we need to make. And the third shift we need to make is from constant idea hopping, trying to sell out your product or offer. So who knows they do this? I've got an idea. I could do this. And you start taking action, you start implementing it, and then the mind monkeys come in. Oh, but what if it doesn't work? How will I do that? Oh, I don't know. Oh, hang on a minute. This idea might be a bit better. I'll hop on this idea. Oh, yeah, this is brilliant. Oh, but I'm not sure. What if it doesn't work? That might not work. Oh, no, I know. This is a better idea. I'm going to do this idea. This is constant idea hopping, and it is exhausting. It's a bit of that shiny object syndrome. So those of you who are really creative, those of you who have lots of ideas, you might find that you do this. It's like, oh, next idea, next idea, next idea. But the problem is you don't necessarily finish all these things that you start. And the real reason that we do this is normally a bit of self-sabotage. Quite often, subconsciously, we're afraid of it failing. We're afraid of it not working. We talk ourselves out of it. The mind monkeys kind of creep in and stop us. And what it means is you're constantly starting new things, starting new things, starting new things, starting new things. It means you're working really hard, but you're not actually receiving, because you only receive, you only make the money when you actually complete these things, right? So how many of you, again, know that you do some of that idea hopping, that it's literally like next thing, next thing, next thing. And I get it, because this was me. I literally was doing all of these three things in my business. I was feeling exhausted, I was feeling frustrated, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. But the truth is, these are the three most common mistakes that people are making, and it's what's keeping you stuck. So instead, we want to shift to an aligned sales plan that feels fun, that feels simple, that you can actually complete so that you can begin to receive the money, honey. Okay, so these are the three first shifts that we need to make. On top of that, we also want to avoid, number one, trying to be everywhere all of the time. How many of you are a bit like, oh, like, should I be here? Should I be there? Should I be here? Should I be there? I know, I'll post on Instagram. I know, I'll post on Facebook. I know, I'll go on here. I'll go on here. I'll go on TikTok. Everyone's saying that Clubhouse is the next thing. I better be there. Everyone's saying that TikTok is the next thing. I better be there. Everyone's saying that Reels are the next thing. I better figure out how to do Reels, right? The truth is, they're just the hot, shiny things at the time. They're not necessarily strategies that you need to be implementing in order to grow your business. So let's just drop the trying to be everywhere all the time and come back to an aligned strategy for you. We want to stop feeling like you're failing with the tech, because the truth is, if you've got this vision, you want to be building your dream business, you feel that pull, you feel that calling, you feel that desire, the tech should never be the thing to stop you, but so often it is, right? If you're not natural with tech, and again, this was me, I struggled with tech big time. I pulled out my hair, I cried, I had temper tantrum after temper tantrum because things just would not work. I literally felt at one point like the tech was the thing that was stopping me, and it shouldn't be. We want to make sure that they're simple, easy things that you can get your head around with the tech, so that you really can grow. The tech should never stop you from building your dream. The third thing is signing up for all the free stuff, searching for the answers. So we all know that there are many people out there who will tell you they're running a challenge, a masterclass, a webinar, or whatever it is. They sing and dance about it, but when you actually get on it, it's all just fluff. They don't actually teach you a damn thing. And so you feel like you've just literally wasted an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours of your life, even possibly, right? So this is one of the reasons that I'm super passionate about making sure I give you a ton of value, because in the early days, I would get so frustrated. I would hear about this masterclass, or hear about this challenge, or hear about this event that was happening online, and it's free, come and watch it. And I would watch it, and they would talk to me for like 15, 20, 30 minutes all about themselves, but never really get to teaching me anything that I could implement. Essentially, all they were doing was selling. And what happens when we do this is, well, one, we waste a lot of our time, but two, it can really create overwhelm, because every single different expert out there is telling you a different thing that you must be doing. And unless you're doing this one thing, it's not going to work. There's too much scarcity marketing there. So we actually don't want to be signing up for all the free stuff. We want to be careful with where we're putting our time, and we want to be careful with the things that we're actually implementing, so that we do see results for ourselves and we do move forward. Is this making sense? And then finally, of course, we don't want to feel overwhelmed, not knowing what to do next. How many times have you literally kind of woken up in your business? Perhaps it's Monday morning, like today, and you're like, okay, building my business, I'm ready. You sit down at your desk and you're like, oh my God, like, where should I even begin? What should I be doing? What's the right thing? Should I do this? Should I do this? And what can happen is that overwhelm like creeps in, and then you find that you procrastinate. They're the moments, aren't they, where we pick up our phone and we scroll, or we go and do the Tesco shopping online, or whatever it might be. And then before you know it, the day's gone and you're like, oh my God, like I actually feel like I haven't achieved anything today. So all of these things literally sap the life out of your business. They hold you back from building the dream, and we want to start transforming this for good. Are you with me? I'm just as you're going, like I can't see your chat bars. I have to keep opening it up to have a little look. Self-sabotage, yes. And so let's make 2023 the year that we end this for good, the year that you have a solid strategy that is scalable, so you really can make the income that you desire, because now it is more important than ever in the ever-changing world that we have. So, okay, we want to stop endless posting on social media. We want to stop dropping your prices, hoping someone will buy. We want to stop being the world's best kept secret. We want to stop spamming people in groups and on Messenger. It's just not nice. We want to stop watching all the free webinars that are teaching you nothing new. And we want to stop following a cookie cutter approach that doesn't work for you, because actually there is always a way to make a strategy feel super aligned, so it feels easy, so it feels fun, so you can get those results with more ease and more speed. So instead, we want to build a purpose-led, profitable business that works on your terms, because I imagine that you started this business because you don't want to be doing a job. You don't want to be working for someone else. You want to set yourself free. You want to work on your terms. You want to do it in your way. So let's make sure we are absolutely freaking well doing that. Yes? Give me a hell yes. How do we do this? Well, it's a combination of mindset. We need to step in that place where we begin believing in ourselves, where we quieten down those monkeys that say, but you'll never do this and this won't work, and what if and what if and what if. We have to decide that we are all in. I'm all in on this dream. I'm going for it. I'm making this happen. Like, yes, I might feel the fear. Yes, there might be distractions. Yes, I might be juggling a million balls at once, but ultimately I'm committed. And that commitment is so important. And then secondly, we need a strategy that is repeatable, that is simple, that is super aligned for you, that really does create those next level results and bring in the clients and the cash. So what is the secret to blowing up your Facebook group success? I feel like I need a drum roll. You ready for the drum roll? Can anyone guess? Does anyone know before I actually tell you? Can anyone guess what I'm about to say? And if you know, because you've been on this training with me before, don't give away the secret, but does anyone know? Not a clue. Okay, so the secret to blowing up your Facebook group success, stay with me when you see this, stay with me, is launching with online challenges. Who knows what I mean by an online challenge? Who's heard of it before? Who's ran one before? And who doesn't have a Scooby-Doo what I'm talking about? Tell me in the chat. So here's the thing. Online challenges are the most powerful way of you creating bigger results in your business with more speed. They work for every single business out there. And the thing that I love about them most is that they are moldable. So we can mold a challenge that works for you, your vision, your dreams, your strengths, the time that you have to build your business. We can do this on your terms. So, okay, cool. Let me explain what it is. Online challenges are your ticket to super successful selling that grows your business fast, whether it's 2K goal, 5K goal, 50K goal, or even more. Essentially, it's a journey that you take your audience on. Last week was a challenge. It was a big challenge. You don't need to give your customers, your clients a challenge this big, right? I've been running challenges for years. They can be teeny, tiny versions of this. But essentially, it's where you give value. You build connection. You get them to take some kind of action. So you help them to see that you have the answers, that you have the expert, and you can help them with their problems, their needs, their desires. So essentially, it's a way to not just talk your talk, but walk your talk and show them that either your services or your products are the answers that they've been searching for, by not just selling and being pushy and icky and misaligned, but by showing up, by giving value, by building real connection, by helping them to take action, to begin moving forwards, and helping them see that you are the sole person to help them with their problem, to move from their desire, from their needs, from their problem to their desires. Does this make sense? So online challenges, number one, work effectively for all businesses, product and service based. I have not found one yet that it doesn't work for. Number two, they give you the freedom to make it your own. So you saw me run a challenge in my format last week, but there are so many different ways to do this, right? And this is what I love about challenges, because it is not a one-stop shop. It's not a cookie cutter approach. We can actually think of it like being a kid in a sweet shop, right? A kid in a sweet shop, you don't need to have every single sweet in there. In fact, if you do, you're going to end up feeling pretty sick. Instead, you pick the sweets that you love and you create your perfect mix. So it's a way that you can really play to your strengths and enjoy the process. It's so much freaking fun. It gives you a strategy you can then build upon, creating more certainty and confidence in you hitting your monthly income goals. So the amazing thing about challenges is, first, you build a formula that works for you. Then you run it, you see what works, you improve it, and then you can build upon that again and again and again and again. And essentially, it means that you can scale your income. There's no more guesswork. There's no more crossing your fingers. Oh my gosh, will it work? You've actually got a strategy that you know creates results for yourself in your business. So if you know, okay, March, this is how much money I want to bring in. Okay, let's run the strategy. And you've got that security there. And that is so powerful. It will literally transform your business when you're not just guessing and crossing your fingers and hoping month to month. So number one, we want to lead with value. We want to build real relationships. So the challenges have to come from a place of you being authentic. You can't be faking a challenge. People will feel it. So you've got to want to show up. You've got to want to give value. You've got to want to build relationship. You've got to position yourself as an expert. We talked about that last week. You really giving yourself that permission to be like, hell yes, I am the expert. I know more than my sole clients, my sole customers, and I absolutely 100% can help them. We want your audience to start seeing results for yourself. And of course, the magic is that word of mouth attracts more clients to you. So I don't know if you saw last week, but as we went through the week, there were probably about 500 more people who joined the group that all of you invited. So when people are loving what they get from you, when they're feeling connected, when they're getting support, they're going to invite people in. So it really helps you build more and more and more of your dream clients and customers. Is this making sense so far? Before I carry on, let me double check. Yes, it works for travel agents. It works for gift shops. Yes, 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 yes. It works for literally everyone. I'm going to give you some examples later on. It says word of month. Oh, does it? I apologize. I'll go back and I'll change that later on. Thank you. Okay, cool. So just give me a little yes if you're with me so far before we actually dive into the strategy for this. Okay, so I don't just want to tell you what it is. I want to take you through the core pillars of it. Now, I also want you to be aware that, of course, we can't dive into all the detail today, right? I want to give you the pillars so that you understand the kind of key aspects and you can start feeling into how this could work for you. And I know that you might be thinking right now, oh my God, what kind of challenge could I run? There will be the perfect challenge. I'm going to give you some examples as we go through this, but essentially it's something that you might need to do a bit of research on. You'll need to brainstorm around. If you're in the academy, by the way, and if you're watching this and you're in the academy and you're like, oh my God, it's Claire going to make us do this? This is just one of the strategies that I teach. There's so much more in there. So if challenges aren't aligned for you, don't panic, but I'll be able to help you find the perfect challenge and build it in a way that really works for you and the business that you're building. So I've got you if you're in the academy, don't worry. Okay, cool. let's dive into this. So this is the 4 pillars to sold out success with online challenges. It's a bit blurry, that picture. I don't quite know why. I apologize. So before I even share what those 4 pillars are, most people only focus on one of the pillars. And that means that when they run the challenge, it doesn't get the results that they desire. So how many of you have run a challenge before? Have any of you run a challenge before? Give me a little yes if you have in the chat bar. Oh, I've just lost my, what's just happened? Just lost my chat bar. So who's run a challenge before? Anyone? Okay. Now, what most people do is they only cover one of these pillars, not all 4. So as I go through these, if you've ran a challenge before, I want you to make sure, have you done all of the pillars fully, or are there areas that you could really grow to create much, much, much bigger results for yourself? Okay, 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, we have planning. We want to make sure that we stop, we plan, we literally pick the perfect challenge for your soul clients and customers so that it really does go boom and create the results that you desire. So we want to do most of the work up front, and we want to make sure that we're positioning it in a really powerful way. Pillar number 2, is promotion. We want to make sure that we're sharing about the challenge, that we're running strategies to bring new people into your challenge all the time so that your audience really does grow. Because the truth is, in one sense, there is a bit of a numbers game to running a challenge, right? But at the same time, I've had people run challenges in small groups. Like there was one of my clients last year, she ran a challenge to a group of 20 people, and she was selling a £3,000 product, right? And out of the 20 people in that group, because she built such a close relationship with them, she had 15 people buy out of 20. 15 people joined her challenge. She went boom, and it was her first ever challenge. So you can create incredible success with a teeny tiny audience, but we want to make sure that we are attracting new clients, that we are building your group, that we are promoting it so that you can have the biggest success possible. Pillar number 3 is the delivery. Now, this is the one that people always do. It's the others that people sometimes miss, but this is the one where you show up, you give value, you build connection, and then finally we move to pillar 4, where you sell. So let's go into each of these in a little bit more detail. Are you ready? Planning. So we want to think about what our focus is for the challenge. What are you going to run your challenge on that's going to position you really powerfully? So I talked a little bit last week about selling up rather than selling down. Don't always think about who you're selling to and how you're creating your message to speak to those people, right? We want to make sure that they're a match for the thing that you're selling. A dream client is a dream client because they're ready to buy now, right? So let's make sure that we're speaking to those people, that we're creating a challenge that those people are going to absolutely love and are going to just absolutely kind of soak up big time. So we want to be really clear about the focus of our challenge, because that positioning is really powerful and can be the make or break of your challenge. Number 2, we want to be crystal clear on our offer, the thing that we're selling at the end. Again, whether you're product based or whether you're service based, there is the perfect offer, and we want to make sure it's a match. So we don't want to run a challenge about this thing here and then sell something completely different over here. We want to make sure that there's a thread that runs through it. We want to get crystal clear on number 3, our goals. So what do we actually want to achieve? If we're going to put some time and effort into running this challenge, what do we want to achieve? What do you want to achieve in your first challenge? Is it you want to hit your first 10K from the challenge, your first 20K? Maybe it's a 50K goal, right? We want to make sure that that goal's in place, that we've got something clear that we're working towards, and that we feel really excited about it, really expansive about it. It's like, hell yes, bring it on, I'm doing this, right? That whole mindset piece, really important that we're feeling excited and aligned, even though that fear could be sitting in the passenger seat and could be like, oh, but we're still going for it 100%. Number 4, we want to think about the delivery of the challenge. Now, you don't have to deliver a challenge like I did last week. You do not need to be live every day. You don't need to be live 5 days in a row. It doesn't need to be anything like that. There are all kinds of different options. So you can do pre-recorded videos, you can do Q&As. There's actually been people who ran challenges without doing any videos. So the whole challenge has actually been a written challenge instead, because they haven't wanted to particularly be visible. I had one client who was like super, super introvert. She was like, can't go live, Claire. how can I run a challenge that's aligned for me? So we need to really think about how you want to deliver your challenge. Is it a 1-day challenge, a 2-day challenge, a 3-day challenge, a 5-day challenge? Never do a challenge more than 7 days. That's the maximum length, like never. A 2 or 3 day challenge can work beautifully. Short and sweet is actually super powerful. So it doesn't need to be this big, crazy, hairy thing that feels really scary to create. Number 5, we want to think about our challenge content. What's the journey that we're taking our clients, our customers through during this challenge process? So we want to get clear on that. We want to do this in the planning phase. And then, of course, we want to create a sales plan. I'm going to talk about that in more depth when I get to pillar 4. Is this making sense? Are you with me? You might even want to take a screenshot of that screen, so you've got all of the so you've got these steps. This is a first step that most people don't actually do in full. Most people don't really think about, like, what's the goal and how do I want to deliver it so that it's aligned, and what's the sales plan to make sure that I really follow through on this and bring in the money that I desire from running this challenge. Okay, let me take a quick sip of coffee. I think I'm talking at 1,000,000 miles an hour, aren't I? I'm like take a breath, Claire, slow down. It's because I've got so much to share with you. I want to make sure that you've got it all. Okay, so pillar 2 is promotion. Again, this is one of the pillars that most people miss. So we want to think about, essentially, there's 2 ways to promote our challenge. There's what's called organic promotion and there's paid promotion, right? So organic promotion is free promotion. It's when it doesn't cost you any money to promote it. So it's going to take time, but not money. Whereas paid promotion is going to save you time, but it's going to cost you money, right? So for example, the content that you're sharing on social media, some of the strategies that we talked about last week, there's other ones too, versus running something like Facebook ads. And essentially, we want to get to a place where we're doing both, because paid promotion is going to save you time, but you only do that once you've nailed the organic. So your first challenge, we want to focus on organic promotion so that it doesn't cost you anything, so that you see the results, you bring money in, and then you can grow it next time with paid promotion. Okay, we don't want to start with paid promotion. We want to bring money in first, because then you're going to feel much more comfortable putting money into Facebook ads to really leverage your challenge and make it bigger. That making sense? So organic ways to promote your challenge. Number 1, we talked last week about creating a Facebook event. Not too technical, super simple. It's going to help drive traffic to your challenge. Number 2, obviously, we want to be sharing about it on our page, our group, our profile. We talked about how these 3 things work together last week. So we want to be showing up, we want to be sharing, and we want to be thinking about how are we curating our message so that it's really powerful. Number 3, we want to utilize our aligned connections. So we talked about this a little bit last week in our collaboration queen strategy. Do you remember that one? We talked about it on, was it Thursday? Oh my God, I can't remember. I think it was Thursday. Was it Thursday? Just tell me, was it Thursday? So was it Thursday that we ran them? Okay. So someone was just saying there, you can see now where you went wrong with the challenge. Okay, cool, beautiful. You want to combine them, you can always combine them. What about water? Is that me water? Well, yeah, I drink loads of water, but it's morning, in my morning coffee still. Okay, yes. How often do you run the challenges? It could be once a month, it could be once every 3 months. It depends a little bit on how quick you want to grow, how big you want to do the challenges, and how much time you have. So we want to utilize those aligned connections. We want to get in other people's groups. So we want to do interviews. Again, that was one of the strategies that I shared last week. So we want to be utilizing that. We want to be promoting it with our banner image and on our website and other things. So with your Facebook group, for example, if you're running a challenge in your Facebook group, you'll change the banner for the challenge. So you'll notice that last week, well, actually, I used a pop-up group. Remember, that was the 5th kind of group that we talked about. So I actually use pop-up groups for my challenges because my big group is so big now. But you will have seen, so I'm trying to find my, there it is. You'll have seen that the challenge literally said what it was, right? It was right there to make it super crystal clear what was happening in the group that week. So we want to make sure that our banners and our images are all promoting the challenge. We want to be thinking about, are there other social media platforms that we do use that we want to utilize for this? And If you've got an email list, and again, this is one of the things that I teach you in the academy, we want to be utilizing our email list. This is essentially your people who are hot and ready to buy from you. So how are you truly utilizing this as part of the growth of your business? So there's some of the things that you can be doing to promote your challenge. The promotion is key, and essentially promotion time is somewhere between 7 to 10 days, right? 7 to 10 days to promote, to run our strategies, to really bring people in so that our challenge starts with a bang. Pillar number 3, the delivery. Now, this is actually the easy bit. This is a bit that you're going to be able to enjoy. You can have fun, you can show up, you can build connection. You're going to probably really, really enjoy this element of it. And those of you who have run a challenge will probably know it's fun. Yes, it can be a bit tiring depending on the strategy that you're running, but it's a heck of a lot of fun. So what do we want to be doing while we're going through the delivery phase? Well, number 1, we want to be creating engagement. We want to be talking to our people. We want to be having conversations. And this will probably come naturally to you, right? Because it feels so good when you see people talking and sharing. You'll hear me all the time, like asking you questions and reading your answers and looking through it all, because I want to feel connected to you as we go through this process. So you want to make sure that you're creating that engagement. You want to be sharing your daily content in whatever form that takes for you. So it's going to be different depending on whether you have a product or whether you have a service, and depending on your energy and what feels aligned. As I said, it could be a live, it could be a written piece, it could be a buy with me, it could be all kinds of things. So if you're service based, it's usually much easier for you to see the kind of challenges that you can run, right? So for example, if you do face yoga stuff, we can do a face yoga challenge. If you are a Pilates instructor, we can talk why Pilates is different from other exercise and then give them part of the process. If you're a life coach, we can take one of the aspects that you teach that you're passionate about, we can turn that into the challenge. If you're some kind of spiritual coach or something that. Now, if you're a dog trainer, we might give them like little tidbits around the dog training so they can see like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is what I want. I've got someone at the moment, for example, who does upcycling of furniture. So she's about to run a challenge whereby it's like how to choose the perfect piece to upcycle. I've also had people who do home things who've been like redesigning like one space in your house, and they go through this design process together. We've done challenges around like reset your wardrobe for people who sell clothes. It's like the 3-day reset your wardrobe challenge, for example. If you sell skincare, it could be like 3 days to the anti-aging secrets that are going to take 10 years off your skin this year. That's not the best. I'm literally just throwing ideas off the top of my brain at the moment. There is a challenge for everyone, no matter what you sell. If you sell jewelry, there's challenges that you can run around, like different ways to wear your jewelry or like key looks at the moment, all of this kind of thing. There is literally a challenge for everyone. So although you might not know yet, just trust me, there is one. Okay. Is this kind of getting you thinking and getting kind of some of the ideas whirring in your head and getting you thinking, oh yeah, okay. So utilities, it's usually around saving money, like money saving things that you can be doing in your home, for example. Meditation, well, you can do so much. You can actually take them through a meditation each day, and you can also give them some teaching around it. What about nail technicians and beauty therapists? It's fine that they don't sell products, so go through some of the process with them. Talk about, so nail technicians, for example, it depends if you're whether you're a nail tech who's wanting to grow a nail tech business, teaching other nail techs, obviously you'll take them through some of those steps. But if you're a nail tech who's trying to fill your own practice, you'll be talking about like how to take care of your nails. You might take them through a process of like picking different things. You might help them like decide on so for example, I know when I go get my nails done, right, I'm always like, oh, I don't know what to do this time, so I always get the same dark nails, right? But maybe you'll take them through like different nail styles, and they can pick a style for each month of the year, and then they come to you and they're like, okay, it's February, these are the nails for this month. It's March, these are the nails for this month, type thing. So you can, there's so many things, it's insane. Beauty therapists, give them tips and tricks to be taking care of their own skin behind the scenes. So it could be like a self-care kind of challenge or something around that. Or it could be that you could flip it, right? So like the biggest mistakes you're making with your skincare, the biggest mistakes you're making with like taking care of your nails between appointments, all of these kind of things work. So again, with gifts, home decor, so with gifts, it's normally about like helping to pick the perfect gifts for people. You can create a whole challenge around that. With home decor, it's like looking at different styles and help people kind of come up with color palettes and the kind of style that they want. Singing mentors, it'll be taking people through some like simple singing exercises, building their confidence so that they're like, oh God, yeah, maybe I can do this. You get it? Okay. Artists, we have artists who will, well, there's all kinds, like we have these beautiful kind of sales exhibitions that are part of the challenges. We have people who will actually paint on screen, all of these kind of things, all of them work. Different ways of doing it, but essentially there is a challenge for every single business. Right, and then it takes us to pillar 4, which is the sale. So what do we need to be thinking about in the sales process to really nail your sales? Number 1, we want to think about actually planning the sales process. So this is the first place that people often sell themselves short. They don't have a plan in place. So they just wake up each day and it's like, okay, what am I going to do today to sell? Now, if you've just delivered a challenge, you might be feeling a bit tired. Your brain might be a bit like, whoa, I've just done the thing. So we want to make it as simple as possible, a simple plan that you can implement to really finish the process. We talked earlier about starting but not finishing. We want to finish super strong. So things that you can do as part of your sales process would be live Q&As, literally answering the questions that people have about your products, about your services. You can have interviews with past clients. I don't know if you've seen, but I've been popping in some interviews with my past clients. I've been sharing them in the group. I've been sending them out on email so that you can see that this is absolutely possible for you. Like, you want to help people realize that this is available, that this is their opportunity, that now is their time. So we want to help build their belief and let them see that, oh my God, like absolutely, yes, they can achieve this too. Number 3, we want to be sharing client testimonials. It's that proof. The proof is in the pudding, right? So share some of those client testimonials that, again, will help build that connection and help people feel safe in taking that next step and buying from you. Number 4, we want to be utilizing email marketing so that there is like a whole plan around you selling. You will probably know, I don't think I actually talked about it last week. I normally do. People used to need to see something 7 times before they bought. How many of you heard that before? People need to see something 7 times before they buy. Most people building businesses online and selling will sell once, twice, and then wonder why the sale hasn't happened. 7 times. And actually, today, where everything is busier, some people think that it's more like 15 to 20 times. So how are we making sure that you can sell consistently so that you really do bring in those sales and you don't sell yourself short? And then finally, of course, backing that up with the social media sharing. So we want to make sure you have a solid sales plan in process. And we want to make sure that your mindset is super aligned with that so that it feels good to show up, so that you feel excited about selling, so that you really do believe that you can bring these payments in so that you can grow your business, so you can see that transformation for yourself. Like, we really need to stop building businesses that are broke. We need to start building businesses whereby you follow through on the sales process in a super aligned way to really start making those bigger income months for yourself. Is this making sense? So we need to make sure that we're doing the sales process fully, completely. I'm just going to open the chat back up. You heard 13 times. Yeah, like it used to be 7. The research more recently has thrown out all kinds of different numbers. So it's kind of like, pick a number, but it's bigger than 7. Okay, cool. So these are essentially the 4 pillars, and we need to really be thinking about, okay, these are the 4 pillars, but the amazing thing is that there is a way of doing this that's aligned for you. It's not a cookie cutter approach. It's not one size fits all. We're going to tweak it. We're going to change it so that it really fits the business that you're building and your personality. If you're shy, if you don't like being on camera, if you're not feeling that confident, there's a way of doing this that isn't going to scare the pants off you, right? So I don't want you to feel like the challenge that I ran last week is how you need to be showing up, because that's not true. There are a million different ways to do this, and we can build up to it. So let me share with you the one thing that is super important to remember as you're building any challenge for any business. And this is the secret to successful challenges, is the layer cake approach. Now, most people in my world will tell you I am the coffee and cake queen. So I literally have coffee and cake for my breakfast every day. It's delicious. It is how I choose to live my life. I actually eat very healthily, but coffee and cake is the way that I choose to start my day, right? So, of course, I've built this around the layer cake approach. What is the layer cake approach? Let me tell you. If you've never made a cake before, if this is the first cake you're ever making, just like it might be the first challenge you're ever creating, you do not want to be building a big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 layer cake. You don't want to be creating a cake that looks like this, because the chances are you're going to get overwhelmed, you're going to get filled with fear, it's all going to come crumbling down to the floor and be one big gigantic mess. And then you're going to think, challenges, too difficult for me, I can't do it. So we don't want to be creating something big and huge. Instead, we want to create the layer cake approach. What is it? It means starting with one simple, delicious layer. It is much better to have a one layer cake, but it be truly delicious, perfect, gorgeous, fabulous, enjoyable, than trying to build something massive and it all come crumbling down. So with challenges, the way that we build our challenges, the way that we create this success in your business is we build one layer at a time. Your first challenge, one layer. We keep it simple. We keep it easy. The next time you run your challenge, we might do 2 layers. So we build it a bit bigger. We go further. We make more income from it. The next time, bigger still. And what you're going to see is that each and every time you run a challenge, whether it's monthly, whether it's every 3 months, every 6 months, there are some people who only run challenges once a year, depending on what you truly desire in your business. And by the way, challenges can be online or offline. They work both ways too. But we want to make sure that we're building it as you go, so that it feels achievable, so that you feel confident, and so that you know that each and every time you run your challenge, you're getting bigger and better results. You're growing your business, you're building your income. Are you with me? So if anyone right now is listening to this and you're like, oh my God, this is feeling really scary, the secret to success with your challenge is this. And I want you to literally keep this picture in your mind's eye. The layer cake approach is the secret to successful challenges, without the overwhelm, without the fear, but with the big, juicy, beautiful, delicious results. Yes? Okay. Cool. So you get to go your speed, you get to play to your strengths, and you get to take it one step at a time. Making sense? I hope so. Who's excited? Who's like, yes, I could run a challenge? Who's like, yes, okay, Claire, I'm excited to really blow up my group, to really create these bigger results for myself by finding a challenge for me. And you might not know what it is yet, and you might feel a little bit like, but can you see the potential that a challenge holds when you go to your speed, when you play to your strengths, when you like build it so that it's super aligned for you, that you actually then end up with a super powerful strategy that you can repeat again and again and again and again and again to build your business to that success that you truly desire. This is literally like the secret weapon. This is the thing that you will notice all the big businesses are delivering online. Every single person out there who has a big business are utilizing this strategy in their own format and in their own way. Even those people who tell you that it doesn't work, you'll probably see that they're actually running it themselves, right? So I want you to know that this is a really powerful strategy. The people who are building big businesses are running it, and you can still start small, because this is your ticket to the size of that business that you really desire. Do you run this challenge over and over? I've run this challenge a number of times now. This might be the last time I'm running it, because I've got lots of new ideas for new things that I want to be doing. But yes, you can repeat a challenge again and again and again, definitely. Or you can create new challenges each time, depending on what you love, what lights you up. Again, that's part of that's part of the journey of finding aligned challenges for you, but really getting them working for you. Okay, so Once you have a clear, aligned strategy that works effectively, the sky is the limit for your income and impact. So my question is, are you ready to stop making the 3 mistakes that are keeping most people stuck? A challenge will help you to do this. Number 1, no client attraction plan or growth strategy that aligns to you. Hopefully now you can see how a challenge literally solves this problem. So instead of the spaghetti marketing, you have a client attraction plan, a growth strategy, and we can build it in a way that feels super aligned. Number 2, second biggest mistake, not showing up and sharing the value of your product and offer, the solution that you're offering. So too many businesses, too many people are still invisible, are not really owning their value. We talked about this a bit last week. A challenge allows you to do this in a really aligned way, not by going, hey, look at me, I'm amazing. So you don't have to like blow your own trumpet. You show up, you give value. Like literally the proof is in the pudding. So it makes it really easy to show up, to share, to share your expertise so that people know that you are the person who's super aligned for them. And number 3, not embracing the sales process due to misalignment. So most people are not selling enough. Essentially, there are 2 different strategies that we can use to sell in our business. There's the daily sales strategy, sell every single day. Now, this is what I used to do. When I first took my business online, I was selling daily. Now, to begin with, that worked well, right? Certainly when I learned how to do it, it grew my business, it brought in the sales, but I got to a point where I was absolutely exhausted and I was fed up of doing the same thing again and again and again. It felt like every day was Groundhog Day. And so I realized I needed a different strategy where I could sell more powerfully and build bigger results without having to sell every single day. And what I love about the challenge strategy is that you lean in and you lean out. So you go through like selling fully and then you can lean out. It means you don't have to sell every single day. It means you sell during your sales period. You sell, but then you can stop selling for a while and you can step back and you can nurture your clients and you can look after the people in your programs and you can do the other things that you love as you then build up for your next challenge. Is that making sense? So if you struggle with selling, if you know that you don't sell as much as you need to, this strategy can work really well for you, because instead of the daily hustle and grind, which I think most people will agree doesn't light you up particularly, this is a different way that you can be doing it. So online challenges give you an aligned go-to strategy where you can build a business you love based on your passion. So essentially, it's your Facebook group plus online challenges to create that next level success that you desire. So my question to you is, are you ready to build a business that attracts a flow of dream clients and customers, that has simple, repeatable strategies for building connection and a way to sell authentically that actually feels good? And how are you going to do this? And I really mean that, because so often we're like, yes, I'm going to do it. But how are you going to do this? What is your plan moving forwards? How are you going to make sure that this isn't just an idea that pops in your head before you move on to the next thing? How are you going to really, truly make sure that you create the results that you desire and need in your business this year, that you do really build this business that you can scale, that brings in the income that you desire? Because essentially you do have 2 options. Now, this is like hard luck time, but let's be honest. Option number 1 is you do it yourself. Everyone can do it themselves, but I guarantee you there's trial and error, there's frustration, there's hard work. There's quite often feeling like you're going 2 steps forward and 1 step back, because unfortunately it means you need to make the mistakes as you go before you can figure them out and move forwards. So can you build this yourself? Of course you can. Is it going to feel frustrating? Hell yes, because you're probably going to make all the mistakes that other people have made before you figure it out. The second way is feeling supported, having guidance, having systems, and having aligned strategies. Essentially, not having to make the mistakes, because I have made them first, and I can teach you literally step by step the strategies to implement and help you build it in a way that's super aligned for you, so that ultimately you can transform your business and transform your life. So on that note, introducing, and you know what this is because you've heard about it, the Impact and Income Academy. So essentially, I've been through the process, the secret sauce for really taking your group and blowing it up big time, the strategy that can really help you build an epic business this year. And I 100% believe that each and every person here has the ability to do this. What I want to do now is I want to take you through a bit more detail around the Impact and Income Academy, because so many questions have been coming in. I want to take you through the bonuses that you get, what we're going to look at each month, so that you can just see like how powerful this space is to really helping you create the results that you desire. So I am going to go through a sales piece with you. I am going to take you step by step through it. It's obviously up to you if you stay for this section or not. Obviously, I'd love it instead, because I believe the Academy is freaking amazing. So what is it? It's essentially a 4-month business breakthrough experience. Now, the first question I've been getting again and again and again are, what are the bonuses that we get, Claire? So let me take you through these bonuses. Bonus number 1 is the money, abundance, and wealth breakthrough. So last week we talked a little bit about money mindset, right? What day did we talk about money mindset? Do you all remember what day we talked about money mindset? So we talked about money mindset. We talked about the importance of recoding ourselves. We talked about the importance of our relationship with money, how it can literally hold us back from building our businesses without us even knowing it sometimes. So the first bonus that you get is my money, abundance, and wealth breakthrough. This is a program that I created just after I broke through 6 figures in my business. It was when I went through a huge shift in my own life around my relationship with money, and suddenly it was like everything changed. I felt completely different. This program is super powerful. I've had so many people go through it and create incredible results. It's a £500 program. If you were to buy it, you get this free and you get lifetime access. So this literally takes you through recoding your relationship with money, changing your inner thermostat, and really kind of opening those gates so that money can flow your way. The second bonus program is Visible. I won't say that loud in case there's any children in the background, but basically this is about your tickets becoming more visible in your business. So it's both the strategies and it's the mindset to really begin to be seen in your business, because I think most of you will probably agree you're the best kept secret right now. We need to change that. We need to get you out there so that people see you, so that people can buy from you. The third one, now this is a brand new program that I'm halfway through creating at the moment. So we went through the Profitable Facebook Group Challenge last week, but you'll know there are so many bits that we didn't have time to go much deeper on. So Monetize Your Facebook Group is start to finish program, loads of trainings that literally take you through everything, absolutely everything, to not just start a group, not just grow a group, but really monetize your group. So it sits with the Academy really well. The 2 programs pretty much sit together, because I'll be taking you through kind of what's in the Monetize Your Facebook Group program as we go through the Academy as well. So they're like the perfect partnership. Super, super powerful. This isn't complete yet. I'm still creating it. So you will get new modules around this as we go. Again, lifetime access, super powerful program. The fourth one, you've heard me talking about the importance of building an email list. Now, inside the Academy, I teach you how to build an email list. Literally, I'll go through it step by step by step, but I want it to be super easy for you. So this bonus is literally plug and play emails. This is over 100 emails that have been written for you that you can literally tweak and change, that you can use when you're then implementing the email system that I'm going to teach you. So a lot of the Academy is working smarter, not harder, right? I don't want you to be spending more time building your business. I actually want you to start saving time. I want you to know what you're doing each and every day as you show up, as you take action, as you build this business. So Emails with Ease is really about how do we make this way easier and actually save you time on building your business. So those of you who know that you need to build an email list, perhaps you haven't been, maybe because of the tech, but maybe because you also don't like writing or you don't know what to say, I've got you with this one. You're going to love this bonus. The next bonus, number 5, is amplify with ads. So you've heard me say a little bit this week, once we've got the basics in place, once we've ran it once you know how to utilize organic marketing, then we want to leverage it with Facebook ads. And so in this program, I teach you really simple ways to begin using Facebook ads that are not scary. So literally £1 a day strategies that can just help you build your audience faster, create those results with more speed. So it's not going to take you a year to create the business of your dreams. We're going to be able to do it much faster with this program, with these bonuses. And then finally, the Tech Vault. Now you might notice this isn't even on the sales page. I forgot to put it on there. The Tech Vault is brand new. It's flipping amazing. I have spent a huge amount of money preparing this for you. So essentially, my tech person has recorded tech trainings for every single possible tech thing that you could need help around, and it's all in the Tech Vault. So during the actual academy, I take you step by step through what you need, and I cover the tech bit there. But if it's outside of that tech, other tech questions, literally all your answers are here. Not only is it all the trainings, but there's also concierge support. So inside of this, there's the opportunity to submit questions. So if you've got glitches with websites and other things, like literally my tech team are there to answer your questions and make sure that you move forward. There's even the option to book a call in there as well. So I've put 197. That is not 197. I haven't changed the price. It should say 997. It's flipping amazing. It's super powerful. It's brand new this year, and I'm really excited to share it, because literally between this and the tech stuff that I'm going to teach you and take you through step by step, tech is never going to stop you again to grow your business. Right, so then we go through the modules. So let me explain what's in each module as we go. First module, social media sorted. So we want to get you feeling clear and confident and using social media in a time-effective way to really build your business empire. So what to post, where, when, and understand how your page, group, and other platforms work together for standout success. I'm going to teach you how to work smarter, not harder, to build your visibility online. And I'm going to teach you the strategies to attract clients to you so that you can be the lighthouse, not the busy little lifeboat. By the end of this module, you'll be confident and clear on how to utilize social media for next level growth. So there'll be no more spaghetti marketing, just making it up, throwing it out there, hoping, praying it's going to work. You're going to have real solid strategies, both around the content that you're creating, about who you're attracting, about how you're showing up, about how you're leveraging social media in a super aligned way that really is going to create next level results for you. No more guesswork. Finally, clear, confident, sure. Module number 2 is the content formula for standout success. So if you've been creating content and it feels like it's just not hitting the mark, people aren't connecting, people aren't responding, people aren't doing anything, when you write a post, when you share it, maybe you go live and it's like it falls on deaf ears, we need to start mixing up the content that you're creating. There is a formula for creating content that stands out, that gets your dream clients actually taking notice of you. So this is all about how do we up your game on the content that you're creating so that it creates the results, so that it grabs people's attention, so that it reels them into your world. So within this module, it's about grab the attention of your dream clients so they stop scrolling when they discover you, learn the content creation formula for standout posts with more speed and ease, and learn how to repurpose your content so that you never feel stuck with posting again, working smarter, not harder. By the end of this module, you'll be able to confidently create powerful content that magnetizes clients to you. Module number 3 is visibility and supercharged audience growth. So I'm going to teach you the audience growth formula, how to grow your audience with clients who are ready to buy. We're going to talk about weaving your web of visibility without having to be everywhere all the time. And we're going to begin building your email list so that you can have a community of people ready to buy now. That email list is so super important, and I guarantee you will change the results that you're getting in your business. So I'll teach you how to do this. By the end of this module, you'll know how to build an audience of ideal clients who are ready to buy from you. Module number 4, programs, products, and pricing. How many times do you struggle with pricing? and you know you're underpricing, we're going to stop that for good. If you haven't created programs yet, if you're not quite sure what your best-selling products are yet, we're going to get you crystal clear. What are the programs or the products and the pricing that's going to really help grow your business, so that you're not wasting time trying to push things that are just dead in the water, and so that you're charging what your programs, your products, your time, your coaching is actually truly worth, so that you see that growth. Part of this is also around positioning, because how you position the thing that you're selling ultimately impacts whether people buy or not. So this is a really key element of this, and I'm going to teach you some incredible things that are really going to make this so much easier for you in your business. So confidently price your programs and products, create your program product pyramid for next level business growth, and your ticket to consistent 5k plus months. So we're going to look at how do you actually hit those monthly goals with the structure within your business. We're going to look at the secret to upsells, downsells that can triple your income with ease, and by the end of the module you'll be sorted with your pricing and products and have a plan for hitting 5k plus months. Okay, how is this sounding? It's flipping amazing. Literally everything is in here. It is the one-stop shop academy. Right, module number 5. Your sellout success offer creation. So tap into the desires and needs of your clients and customers so they see the value of your offers. If you're sharing your offers and you feel like you're doing a really good job of your sharing your offers now, but people aren't buying, this might be the thing. So we're going to get you sharing this in a way that gets people ready to buy. We're going to discover the sell, then create formula for faster income growth. I'll explain what I mean by that inside the academy, but it's going to save you so much time if you're creating programs. You're going to learn how to powerfully position your offers so your dream clients are ready to buy. And by the end of the module, you'll be equipped on positioning your products and programs so clients buy with more ease. Module 6. The love to launch. So this is essentially the challenge launch formula that I'm going to be sharing. So how to dramatically increase your audience positioning and sales with speed, create a rinse and repeat strategy for bringing in big income months whenever you need it, and learn how to plan and implement this without overwhelm and struggle. So this is one of the parts I've been teaching today. Challenges are one type of launches. So I'm going to teach you how to launch for next level success, for much bigger growth. This is one of the most powerful parts of this program, but without the other pieces in place first, this doesn't work as effectively as it could. So we have to go through a process, it step by step to make sure that all these parts are working for you, and then we bring out the big guns, quite literally. And then finally, from awkward to awesome sales, how to create a mindset to never feel uncomfortable about selling again, how to overcome objections and sell with more ease, the formula for sellout sales pages that get clients buying, and learn the secret to aligned sales conversations. By the end of this module, you'll feel confident and excited to sell more and have the tools you need for sales with ease. And the tools you need, that's actually a key part of this. Most people are having to work harder than they need to be when it comes to their sales. Having the right tools makes a huge difference to the job that you're doing. And then finally, last module, module 8, scaling your business for bigger impact and income. So once we have put all of these pieces in place, you're going to have seen that your business has grown. Your audience will have grown, your results have grown, your income is grown. It feels like, finally, like I have a way, a solid formula, a solid strategy for building my business. So once you hit that level, then we want to literally scale it. We want to scale it to those much, much bigger income months, the 6-figure business, the multi-6-figure business. So once you've nailed the foundations of the clients, the customers, the cash coming in, we want to really take everything you've learned and we want to scale it big time so that you can start hitting those bigger income months that you desire. By the end of this module, you'll know what your next steps are to scaling your business to 6-figure plus success, if I can say that. So together, essentially, we'll be unlocking your magic. We'll be uncovering your most powerful message and unleashing your energetic blueprint for success. I'm going to stop sharing this in a moment. I'm going to come back so you can see me. So final thing here that I just want to share with you is the structure of the academy. How does it actually work? How do we actually create this magic? How do we make sure that you get these results? As you've probably heard me saying, this isn't just a program. This is about so much more. So firstly, number one, you have weekly in-depth training. So every week you have a training for that week that teaches you the bit that you need, right? So that's like step one. Step two, there are all kinds of things wrapped around that to ensure that you can implement it and take action. So there's support training, there's mindset and accountability coaching, there's your community, your Facebook group, there's live Q&A and coaching sessions every single week with me to help you implement this, to help make sure it's working, to help make sure that you're moving forwards every single week and creating those results. And of course, there's lifetime access to it all, to all of the training, your community, everything else. Along the way, you're going to make the most epic friendships. So one of the things I absolutely love, these are some of the pictures, and these are actually quite old pictures now. I need to create some new ones. But these are some pictures of some of the in-person days that we've done in the past. Because the thing is, it can be lonely building a business, right? So we want to build a network of soul sisters, people that you can pick up the phone to, people you can be like, hey, because feeling supported, the people that you're surrounding yourself with on this journey makes a heck of a lot of difference to how you feel every single day, to how you show up and how you create those results. So you have a private Facebook community where all the magic happens, where the conversations happen, where you get to know each other, where you can share, where you can ask questions at any time. And then, of course, I've got a couple of quick testimonials I wanted to share with you. So Claire, beautiful soul, said, without Claire's support, I could never have dreamed that I could leave my job and make my business so successful so quickly. So essentially, Claire worked in a brickyard, right? But she is a magical soul. She absolutely hated her job. Literally, in the first month that she left her job to build her business. She made more in her business in the first month than she had been making in her job. She'd been really scared of like leaving it, but she knew she wanted to, and her business just went boom. She created the most incredible results for herself. And Claire is witchy wonders. So she's been building like this soul-led business. It started with her doing oracle card pulls and things like that. We built in coaching and so many other things. And she just went boom. Tasha, she said, words can't describe how incredible Claire is. She's a goddess of business and growing your mindset and the best coach I've ever worked with. Joanne, the push I need without being pushy, high vibe, always leaves me buzzing with belief and vision. Holly, the first month building my business full time, I've got the puppy I could have never had while working the 9 to 5, and I've already hit 8K. So in Holly's first month in her business, she had 8K month. Literally, she went boom, feeling more in flow than ever before and super aligned to scale it. And then Joanne, 5-figure months with a membership, and the first Christmas that I haven't had to buy gifts and put on my credit card. Literally, when Joanne did this, she messaged me and she was like, oh my God, Claire, like this is the first Christmas I haven't had to put it on the credit cards. I haven't felt stressed, like the money's coming in, it's working, like it's incredible. My life has changed. So the truth is, these people have done it and so many more, and you can do it too. Does it feel scary to take that leap, to take that next step? Yes, because it means getting out of your comfort zone. But if you know in your heart, in your soul, that you're ready to do this, when are you going to give yourself that permission? So how did they do it? 6-figure mindset, soul-led strategy, created the success that they desired. Oh, that's all. 2022, we don't want to do that. 2023, baby, bring it on. So let me stop sharing. Let me come back to you. Okay. Whew. I feel like that was a... Okay, we're back. So what do I need to share? Number one, challenges are the perfect way to scale and to create that next level momentum in your group. So if you really enjoyed the training last week, if you've started building your group, know that the way to supercharge this is with challenges, and there is a way to do this for everyone. Do you have to use challenges? No, it's one of the strategies, as you can see, that I teach inside the academy, but there are also lots of other options and lots of other things that I teach that are going to help you create exponential results. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to take that leap? I guess the question is up to you, right? But I believe that every single person has the ability to build a business. If you have the desire, if you have the heart, yes, it can feel scary. I know that. I went through it myself, but also, don't you deserve to give yourself the permission to actually do this. Now, obviously, the Academy isn't for everyone. Of course, it's not for everyone. You might not feel ready. It might be that you don't want to create those next level results for yourself. It might be that you don't want someone to support you as you go. But if it's speaking to you, and if you've got questions, whether you're on the fence, if you've just been like waiting to press that button, like I would absolutely love to support you, because the women who come through the Academy really do create those results, have that support, no longer feel alone. Like I have got you 100% when you go through this process with me. So if you haven't pressed that button yet, but you know you want to, well, number one, you could just go ahead and do it, right? Go ahead and press the button and stop giving yourself all the stress of trying to make up the decision. But if you've got questions, the best thing to do is probably message me on my personal messenger, right? And I will answer all the questions that are sent my way. If you want to book in a call, there are some calls still, I believe, on the call button. If you do that, I will be opening up some more, so check that later today. But equally, message me if you want to get on a call and there are no calls available at a time that you can make. Okay, what's happening next? Here's what's happening next. Obviously, the Academy doors will stay open, but the price is going to increase. So we're going to go from pre-launch price to early bird price. So if you're on the fence, get in before the price increases. You still will get access to all those bonuses that I just mentioned. This week, you'll get access to your Facebook group and the bonuses, and then the program officially begins the first week of March. So if you've already signed up, if you're already in, then just know that the magic is going to start happening this week. It's going to be flipping amazing. Otherwise, what's happening outside of the Academy? Well, number one, tomorrow, 10:30, I'm going to be doing the final live for the week. I'm going to be sharing that last element from Friday that I didn't have time to cover with you. I'm going to be doing a Q&A, so there'll be a Q&A thread. You can pop all your questions there and I'm going to answer them. And we're going to do the prize draw. So don't forget the prize draw, people. Yesterday, the thread went into the group, so make sure if you've done those 3 things to be in the competition, liked each video, commented on each video, and did your daily task, put your name on that thread so I can put you into the competition prize draw. I'm pulling it tomorrow, 10:30, right? So there's still all kinds of things happening this week. The group is going to stay open all week, and there's actually going to be a few extra little bits and pieces of value that I'm going to be dropping in. Now, after this week, when the group closes, I'd love for you to come and join me in She Impacts the World. That's my big group. It's been a bit quiet in there lately because I haven't done anything big in there, but come and join me so that the next time something happens, you're in the right place at the right time. But now, my gosh, we've gone way over an hour. She said, we'll keep it under an hour. I'll say goodbye for you today, but I want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I hope you've taken notes and feel really inspired around the idea of running a challenge for yourself in your business to create those next level results, on top of building this beautiful Facebook community that gives you the potential to transform your business this year. I will see you tomorrow or inside the Academy. Mwah! Sending lots and lots of your love your way. Thank you so much for being here with me live. I'm going to go and collapse on the couch now. I will see you really soon. Lots of love. Bye.